Alright, just a couple of little tips I thought I'd share. You may already know, but it helps the builders dress up the place a little bit. I built this heater because I didn't like having to have a campfire sitting around or constantly making a fireplace to make it look appropriate. I think if you're a builder, you probably already figured out how it goes together, but I'm going to show anybody that doesn't. But you see, it warms you when you're close, and when you're out of range, it's not. And so I've got one over here. Let's see, I need to get a couple of wood plates here. Rid of that. So you set a campfire up against the wall somewhere. Oops. And rotate these around. We need this one in the front. And these on the side, I like for my grit, I like for those to be horizontal, so you have to rotate the block one turn, I think, to get that. And that's why you have to have it up against the wall so this piece will sit. And I'm using wood plate here, which is going to give us a different effect. What I used here was catwalk, and I'll show you the difference in a minute here. This will have a newer look to it. Alright, we're going to want to paint the whole block, and I use this for the base color. Paint each one of these blocks. And you can see the difference between this and the catwalk. It's completely covered. Everything is smooth and new looking. The catwalk piece gives you a little bit different texture, but the paint won't exactly cover everything, like it's a little bit used, and I like that'll look a little bit better. Alright, and then to put the sides on, we have to switch back to the single side and get some grading. Put that on. And if we hadn't rotated that, those would be going up and down instead of side to side. And then it takes a little bit of an exploit here. I gotta turn your heater on and off. My mouse is kind of crappy, that's why it's hard for me to get it. But there it is, it's working. Your heater's pumping out heat. Now you can use that same principle. I did it again. To make an oven. Okay. That works. I think these have to be rotated once. I think Valmar has a mod that makes the oven work. But if you don't like using mods, I haven't used his mod, I don't know. I'll rotate that once. Alright, so all we do is enclose the campfire. We don't need the sides because it's in between the cabinets. We switch back to paint, and we're going to paint whole blocks in trim color first, which is, that's what's on the picture frames. So we'll paint these, and then switch to single side, and take the oven door, And the cooktop, this could look a little better, I think, but they're still working on stuff. And now we have what looks more like an oven in there instead of just another block. And then, oops, I had it right there. You want to cook something? There you go. This here, I thought these were terrible looking in most cases. So, thanks to the painting system, we will paint them to look a little nicer. I think I need to paint that whole cabinet. I'm going to put a base coat on the whole cabinet, then switch to single side and use these cabinet doors. And now we have bookcases that are way better looking than those other ones. Your house doesn't have to look dumpy. I was going to show you one of the problems I found is when you have a sink and you put the faucet on, your medicine cabinet has to sit to one side or the other. So I just knocked out the wall and stuck a basic storage box in there. And then thanks to the miracles of paint, where is that thing? I think it's on page 1. There it is. Never looks like I think it should. There's the medicine cabinet front, which you can see. Got a lot more storage now. But there's your medicine cabinet. You can't put a block in the front of it because it's already occupied by the faucet. And then if it's on an outside wall or any other wall, you want to come around here, use the sampler, and make sure you're on single, and then it'll be painted the same as the outside. The only thing to remember is now it's wood and not really brick, it's fake brick, so it won't be as strong as what's next to. And if you want to pick up some extra storage, you can stick a storage box in there and paint it to match. You can also build your cabinets the same way. You don't have any light. See, that's just a box for now. We'll put a base coat of cabinet red on it, and then switch to door and now it's a much larger cabinet that's lockable if you want to keep stuff separated from each other like on a server. The only thing you lose is that tiny strip in the front. Not much you can do about that except change the color of the top if you wanted. I think that's it. That's all I had for you right now. Alright, there was one more thing. I thought of it immediately after I finished, of course. We'll use this. The nightstand for storing your clothes. What do you need, about 10 of them to keep your stuff in? So again, you put the box in the wall and get the old handy paintbrush out. I think it's on single, but we'll make sure. get the cabinet front. I don't know if you have to rotate it or not. No, doesn't look like it. And go ahead and paint the bottom, even though you're not going to need it, because now you've got plenty of space to keep your stuff in. It kind of acts like a walk-in closet now. That's it. Didn't want to pass that up.